Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Witherspoon, Outreach Deputy Director for the Purple Line. On behalf of Governor Westmore, Transportation Secretary Paul Wiedefeld, and Maryland Transit Administration Administrator Holly Arnold, welcome to the 11th Community Advisory Team meeting for the University Boulevard area. This meeting is being recorded, so you'll be able to find it later on our website, purplelinemd.com. That's purplelinemd.com, along with responses to questions we will answer tonight and those we could either not answer or could not get to. As a courtesy, we are continuing to host these meetings online. We're happy with the response we've received since moving these meetings to virtual. Please mute your microphones and keep your cameras off until after the presentation. And please mute your telephones. For those who would like a live translation, the Teams format can translate this evening's comments into a number of languages, including Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, French, and many others. Instructions for seeing live translations are being placed in the chat area of this meeting. Our translator, Prince George's liaison Genesis Baez, will now relay that information in Spanish. Genesis.
Para aquellos que desean una traducción en vivo, el formato de Teams puede traducir los comentarios de esta tarde a varios idiomas, incluyendo español, árabe, chino, francés y muchos otros. Las instrucciones para ver las traducciones en vivo se están colocando en el área del chat de esta reunión.
Gracias. Tonight, we'll update you on the project status, take a look at the project timeline, provide a construction update during which we'll discuss work completed, and we'll show you some progress photos. We'll tell you about upcoming work. We'll talk about community engagement, and we'll take questions, first from CAT members and then everyone else. Please hold all questions until after the presentation. And we ask that you limit questions or comments to 1 minute. Tonight, we're joined by MTA Project Director Ray Biggs II, Doran Basso, CEO of the concessionaire Purple Line Transit Partners, Hugo Fonterage, Project Executive for Maryland Transit Solutions, the project's builder, Manuel Marino, Construction Segment Lead for MTS, and Carla Julian, the MTS Stakeholder Manager. Tonight, we'll cover the segment of the Purple Line that includes the following stations: Tacoma Langley, Riggs Road, and Adelphi Road, UMGC, UMD. We are excited to share that we've created new renderings, some of which we're sharing for the first time during this meeting. Along University Boulevard, the project will enhance pedestrian safety around each station with ADA-compliant crosswalks and upgraded signals to include pedestrian countdowns to safely cross the roadway. All of the stations along University Boulevard will be center platforms in the median of the road. This first rendering features the Riggs Road Station, located just west of Riggs Road on University Boulevard. Next, you can see the Adelphi Road UMGC UMD station on Campus Drive, just east of Adelphi Road. Again, we're delighted that we can give you a better idea of how your station areas will look. Now, here's Project Director Ray Biggs II. And again, please stay muted and hold all questions until after the presentation.
Thank you, Gary. And to kick off our project status, let's show you a great video that we have to give a fall 2023 update. I'm sitting here at one of the many businesses that will benefit from the Purple Line, directly across the street from the new Riverdale North UMD station. This will be the first complete station. As we near the end of 2023, the nearly 1,000 workers building the Purple Line is making measurable progress along the alignment. Another significant improvement is the new stormwater management system. This includes miles of new pipes ranging from 12 inches to over 72 inches in diameter. More than 53% of this new pipework is now complete. Along with concrete pipes, our teams have installed over 20,000 square feet of underground sand filters, retention ponds, and planter boxes, all important parts of the new stormwater drainage system. These critical environmental upgrades may not be visible above ground, but must be completed before tracks are added. In Bethesda, work connecting the elevator to Metro's Red Line has reached the bottom of the shaft, and teams have started excavating horizontally to create the cavern.
Burn the hole!
The Elm Street pedestrian path across the alignment, as well as another half a dozen bridges and underpasses, will serve the new and improved Capitol Crescent Trail. Concrete placement of the historic Talbot Avenue Bridge occurred in early 2023, along with necessary road improvements, making it possible to open the road this year. Concrete for the elevated Silver Spring Station and the elevated Kenilworth Riverdale Station are complete, and crews are hard at work on the utilities and other advanced station elements. And speaking of stations, more than half of Purple Line stations are currently under construction, with structural canopies installed at Riverdale Park North UMD. Canopies provide an exciting glimpse of how Purple Line stations will look. During the summer break at the University of Maryland, crews accomplished a tremendous amount of work, completing drainage, roads, and tracks. Over 1,500 linear feet of track is now in place on campus as part of the 5 future stations servicing the University of Maryland. Along Veterans Parkway, our Glen Ridge Operation and Maintenance Facility is fully operational, with yard utilities and specialty track installation underway. Purple Line light rail vehicles are scheduled for delivery here in early 2024. Thanks for watching our progress update video for the Purple Line. You can get key information and updates at purplelinemd.com. We have been really busy over the last few months. The project is now more than 58% complete. So we are hard at work out there. We have more than 60 active construction sites with almost over 1,100 workers out there. So that shows a significant amount of work going across the 16 miles along the Purple Line. In addition to that, we have 98% of the underground utility relocations complete. And additionally, we've installed more than half of the overhead catenary pole foundations along the alignment. Those will be the poles that will supply the power to the trains that comes from the traction power substations, which we have installed three of the 10 traction power substations along the alignment. As you saw in the video, our first station canopy at the Riverdale Park North UMD station has gone up, and we are installing more canopies along the 11 stations that we are working on right now. We have 26 of the 28 light rail vehicles are complete. They are up in Elmira, New York. They are 142 feet long. It's sometimes hard to imagine how long that is, but that is pretty big. And in fact, it is the longest light rail vehicles in America today. As mentioned, 11 stations are under construction. This gives you another picture of that Riverdale Park North UMD station and how the canopies are being installed. With that, I'll turn it over to Doran Basso, the CEO for Purple Line Transit Partners, to give you a schedule update. Doran?
Thanks, Ray. Well, this summer, the project went before the Maryland Board of Public Works and gained approval to extend the contractual timeline for passenger service to spring 2027, as we can see in the chart. This change reflects the ongoing utility relocation activities, completing this construction in a dense urban environment, and some of the other unique challenges of the Purple Line project. But let's walk through where we're headed over the next few years at a high level. As Ray mentioned, those light rail vehicles are ready for delivery, and we're really looking forward to having them here in Maryland in the first part of 2024. The next step then will be to work to complete the test track, where we can begin to test the vehicles near our Glenridge O&M facility. And then by winter 2025, system-wide testing will begin in preparation for passenger service in 2027. So for a few more details on what's going on along this corridor, let's talk to Manuel.
Thank you, Doran. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. If we get with the next slide, we can start with the construction update. University Boulevard is one of our busiest area in the project, and for presentation purpose, we have divided into 3 work zone based on the 3 major intersections that we have. Piney Branch to New Hampshire Avenue, New Hampshire to Riggs Road, and Riggs Road to Adelphi Road. Currently, in each of the 3 work zones, there is a similar scope of work going on right now. Continue with the utility relocation, storm drain installation, the planter box installation just recently started, and continue with the work in the intersections with for the preparation of the new traffic signals. And we have also started the road widening, new sidewalk, and curb installation. Like I mentioned, the first portion of the University Boulevard between Piney and New Hampshire, we have already completed the water and the sewer relocation. You guys probably have seen already the new, in some of the areas, new completed sidewalk and curb, overhead relocation, and the storm drain installation is going on in the vast majority of the area. On the next section, it's a little bit of the same. Utility, storm drain, and some of the areas we are going to start with the planter box installation. There are big precast boxes that are going to be installed along the alignment in certain areas for filtering and treatment of the water. And in the next section between New Hampshire and Riggs Road, again, storm drain installation is going on, as you can see in the picture, on the westbound, and we'll continue on the eastbound. We'll continue with the relocation of overhead utilities. We have successfully doing the crossings along the alignment on 15th Avenue, 14th, all the way to Edwards. And as upcoming work in this stage, we're going to continue with the storm drain relocation, and soon you're going to start seeing new sidewalk, new curb, and widening, as well as the planter box installation that is set to start in the coming weeks. The last portion of the University Boulevard is between Riggs Road and Adelphi Road. The water and sewer relocation is being completed. We have installed the stormwater management facility between the 23rd and 24th Avenue, which is a big and complex precast structure just recently completed. We are completed the installation of the curb and the sidewalk between 23rd and West Park Drive, and we continue with the storm drain installation along the alignment as well as the crossing of University. Work that is going to continue, as you can see, is the curb, the widening, and the sidewalk installation. The complete repaving of the service road between the 23rd and West Park Drive on the eastbound side is one of the next steps that we're going to undertake. Storm drain installation and the planter box installation is already started and is going to continue. Towards the end of this segment, we have the Northwest Branch Bridge. We have completed the installation of the foundation. We have recently placed the precast girders for both the light rail bridge as well as the highway bridge. And as an oncoming work, we are going to continue with the stream bank restoration over the next months, complete the bridge deck installation and all the features on top of the bridge, with the goal to reopen it to traffic on the early 2024. As a busy area, we have several service road impacts that we are expecting between 23rd Avenue and West Park. The service road the parking have some temporary restriction, as well as between Carroll Avenue to to New Hampshire Avenue on the north side. And service roads that are going to be eliminated permanently on the permanent configuration will be New Hampshire Avenue to 15th Avenue, as well as Carroll Avenue to New Hampshire on the south side. And over the next weeks, months, there are several detours to expect in the area, such as continued work of the underground installation. We have recently implemented the full closure on Bayfield Street, just in the corner, in order to complete the underground crossing. The residents will always be able to access the community and their properties via Forston Street. We expect this work to take around 3 weeks. And once that work is completed, we will be flipping over to Forston to do similar work, keeping always free access to the properties and the area and the neighborhood to all the community. And with that, I will give time to Carla Julian.
Thanks, Manuel. Okay, next slide, please. So as we progress construction, we're also out in our community daily, weekly, meeting with folks. One thing that we are doing in this area is the Crossroads Farmers Market. We do that once a month. Our team is out volunteering, answering Purple Line questions. So if you're in the area, please stop by and see us. Next slide. Always a friendly reminder that as you are traversing the alignment, we do have a lot of maintenance of traffic out in the roadway, barrels, cones, plates in the road. So please stay alert, stay off your phone. If you see something that looks out of place, please reach out to us. We're happy to address that. Be cognizant of flaggers when you see those, and we just want everybody to stay safe. Next slide. As always, you can stay in contact with us through many avenues. Purple Line MD, if you don't receive the construction notifications currently, you can sign up there. We do have an outreach at Purple Line MD where you can send all of your questions in, construction related, whatever those may be. Those get to all of us through there. And if you are a member of the media, we have a new email, media@purpleline.md, where you can reach out to schedule interviews, ask questions, whatever it is that you might need. And we have hotlines in English and Spanish. Those are there. And you can follow us on social media through the information below. And with that, I will turn it back over.
Thanks, Carla. Can we go to the next slide? Great. Well, we wanted to end today's presentation by announcing the Beyond the Rails Community Grant Program, sponsored by Purple Line Transit Partners. And the purpose of this program is really to support community groups along the Purple Line corridor, which are already doing so much good work. So what we wanted to do was amplify their impact by awarding a number of grants each year to applicants from these community groups. So we are now taking applications for the Beyond the Rails Community Grant Program in the areas of activities that will improve the community or the environment right along the Purple Line corridor. We'll be doing this on a rolling basis, but the first deadline would be November 30th, 2023 for the first 6 awards. And every 6 months thereafter, we would be announcing grant recipients. So if any of you here in our meeting are affiliated with groups along the community that do that type of good work, then I encourage you to take a few minutes to apply. All the information is on our website there at the link below, and there's a very short online form to fill out and submit. And the more applications we get, the better chance our program will do the most good for this community. So please take a moment to apply. And I'll hand it back to Gary.
Thank you, Doran. Now, before we open the floor to live questions, Carla is going to review some of the questions we either got in advance or anticipated in advance. Carla?
Hi, Gary. I don't think we have any advanced questions for this one, so you can open it up to CAP members. Thank you.
Okay. Now we invite CAP members to ask questions. Please raise your hand using the icon atop your screen, and you will be acknowledged. You also can type in questions in the chat section. Again, we ask that you limit questions or comments to 1 minute. If your question is not addressed tonight, don't worry, all questions will be addressed later in a question and response posting on the website. Similar questions will be combined, so you may not see your question posted verbatim. Additionally, we will accept questions for a week until October 26th at outreach@purplelinemd.com. That's outreach@purplelinemd.com. Now, let's see if we've gotten any questions. I see Joel has his hand raised. Go ahead, Joel.
Yes, I have questions on the bus lines and the fare, relation for the fare. I know there's some buses gonna be affected. Metro bus, in both of them in Prince George County, right on Montgomery and University of Dallas shuttle bus. I know they now going into that Pension Center. At the Tacoma Langley Crossroads Pension Center. And I know the fair will be determined until it's completely open and running. And there's a nice presentation. I'd like to thank you for doing that tonight. I guess that's about it. I'm gonna get ready to get off the bus. That's about all I have to say.
All right, thank you, Joel. You're right. The fare policy has not been set. That will be determined later. Also, bus stops will be determined later by the bus operators. So as we grow in the project, we'll learn where exactly buses will stop, if bus stops will change. And in the meantime, if a bus stop is going to change, you'll be notified by the bus operators. Thank you, Joel. Other questions? Please raise your hands, or you can also type your questions in the chat section, and you will be acknowledged.
You're welcome.
Please raise your hands or type your questions in the chat section. You have a chat icon atop your screen. You also have a hand raise icon atop your screen. Do we have any questions about University Boulevard? Any questions about University Boulevard? Please fire away. We're standing by for questions. If we don't hear any, we'll conclude our meeting. Please raise your hands. Seeing no questions, that concludes our CAT presentation. Again, you can sign up for construction notices at purplelinemd.com. For project questions and comments, contact Public Outreach. We're at outreach@purplelinemd.com for email. That's outreach@purplelinemd.com. You can also call us at 443-451-3706 for English, and for Spanish, you can call us at 443-451-3705. We're staffing our hotlines, so someone will be available to take your calls around the clock. And please follow us on social media. We've got great stuff on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Now back to Project Director Ray Biggs II.
Thank you again, Gary, for leading the meeting for us tonight. And thank you everyone for attending. Please keep in contact with us as Gary and the outreach team has indicated. And again, just thank you for attending, and we will continue to keep you up to date as we continue to make progress on the Purple Line, and have a good evening.